Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. As I've said a few times, problems happen. But there's no problem. Nothing is lost, but I would like you to continue thinking about the question I asked in the previous video. How do you understand what the universe is? What is this big dark mass that surrounds them? Today the subject remains the universe. So let's go. As I said yesterday, within the universe we have many stars, which I called objects. Today I'm going to talk in a better way, stars, which are the planets, their respective moons, the galaxies, the stars, the suns. Well, there are millions of galaxies in the universe. So you will realize that when I say that the universe is infinite, I am not being modest. You have no idea how big this is, but I'm going to start now focusing on this galaxy, where you are. Your planet is within a solar system, which has the Sun as its central star, and the planets orbiting around it. This central star has a magnetic field, which attracts planets and keeps them orbiting around it, hers, because as I said, the Sun is a big star. Each planet has a type of orbit. Some are positioned closer to the Sun, others much further away. So, you are already starting to notice the distances between these planets. From your school drawings, you know that it is planet Earth, it is relatively small compared to Jupiter, for example, which is a huge planet. So as I said, each planet has its own atmosphere and allows the beings that live there to live in accordance with this atmosphere. So you see planet Earth as a planet that has water, it has the air that you breathe with many elements, it has land, it has fresh water, salt water, very good. And then you start comparing yourselves with other planets and make the brilliant decision, no, we can only live here. There are no conditions on any other planet. You are looking at your own navel, that is, you are looking at the system that was created for this planet. So you have a human shell, a human outfit, an earth outfit, that resonates with the entire habitat of this planet. It is a garment that lives in a habitat, which has water and air, and has what the earth produces to feed itself, so it is the perfect balance for your human outfit, for your earthly outfit. Then you look at the other planets and say, wow, they're all abandoned. There is no one living there. This is your conception. This is the idea you have, because you are looking at your own navel. Yes, your planet is very beautiful, seen from space it is a big blue ball, because its oceans dominate most of the planet, so it ends up turning blue. So when many say, Earth, the blue planet, this is not wrong, this is perfectly right, because the blue of its oceans is reflected in the universe. Your Earth is completely round. There is no flat Earth. Everything that has ever been shown by your astronauts, who showed the Earth, is real, it's not montage, it's purely real. The Earth is completely round. I would say that it has a slight flattening at the poles, but that doesn't take away from its larger shape, which is a circle. So, some continue to believe that the Earth is flat, as if it were half an orange cut in half, with the bottom part being round and the other part completely straight. My brothers, as we are in the classroom I would say the following to you, physics explains this. If the Earth were flat, you would be able to see cities for millions of kilometers. You would stand on top of a building and you would be able to see the infinite horizon, because you would see the entire length of the planet, the entire diameter of the planet, from end to end. All you need to do is have powerful telescopes, and you do, and if you looked from one side to the other, you would see everything, the entire cut part of the orange. That happens? No, that doesn't happen. And what would the edge of this orange look like? What would happen to the ships that reached the edge? Then many will say, ah, but the edge is rounded. Interesting. Very interesting. The 90-degree angle that this half would make with the rest of the ball would be very interesting to imagine. So let's go. The Earth is completely round. There is no flat Earth. A lot of things that were said to you through your media, there were a lot of lies, but there were also a lot of things that were right, a lot of real things, and this is one of them. Well, moving on. Then your planet orbits around the Sun, where it goes back and forth to the same point within a year counted here on the planet. The other planets do not have this count, because they are in other dimensions, and in other dimensions time-space is a little different from what you count here. So here you have years, you have days, you have hours, all based on the rotation of your planet and the translation of your planet. Very good. I mention the other planets again. You don't see anyone. You have already managed to send ships to Mars, where you supposedly didn't find anyone, because there are some reports on your internet, of beings that have already been seen on Mars, but the vast majority prefer to continue believing that in the universe, as big as it is, which is infinite, only you are living beings in this entire universe. How selfish! God really created all of this. Our Father or Mother God created this entire universe but only decided to have beings populating a single planet. It's really, he was what? Tired out? He created you and, no, I'm not going to create anyone else, it's just going to stay there. So if one day this planet of yours happened, for some reason, to explode, it's over, there are no more beings in the universe? Interesting. Very interesting. So stop looking at your own navel. The vast majority of planets are inhabited, even in the conditions that you Earthlings think are extreme conditions, in which no one could live there. What do you mean, no one could live there? You couldn't do it, in the same way that if they came here, they would also die, they wouldn't be able to live here either, because if they live on a completely frozen planet, and are so used to surviving in these temperatures, how would they come to a tropical planet like yours? And even you couldn't bear to go to their planet. Each in their own habitat. So my brothers, let's stop thinking that you are the kings of the universe, that you are the masters of the universe, why they are not. Very good. So I want to leave this thought here today. How do you think you would survive on other planets? Would it be easy for you to survive on other planets? Okay, I'll improve the question and make it a little easier. Let's say that there are planets in the universe that are very similar to Earth, with water, with oxygen, and with nitrogen and everything you need to breathe. Do you think you would be able to survive on this other planet? Would you consider yourselves invaders on this other planet? How would you view beings from these other planets? How do you think you would be received on these other planets? That's today's homework exercise. Think about it. What would be the feeling you would have when arriving on another planet? Of possession, of invasion, or of friendship, of love, you would arrive like this, without warning, without asking, simply arriving. Would that be easy? What would it be like? What would an approach be like on another planet? What would it be like? Each of you deciding to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk. And he goes and enters the other planet, without asking permission, without asking permission. It arrives and enters. Would it be like that, or would you have to have an entire approach protocol, of permission to enter the atmosphere of this other planet? Remember, in the question, I mentioned a planet similar to Earth, so you could travel around it calmly, because it would have water, it would have oxygen, everything you have here to survive at first. So what would your heart say? Would they ask for consent or simply broaden horizons? Discovering new places, like you do here when you take a plane and go to the other side of the planet, discover other cities. It's that simple. It's that easy. Think about it. This subject, the universe, is very comprehensive and we will talk about it for a few days, but for today I will stop here, because we have important things to say. Today we begin another procedure, the 8th. What will this 8th procedure be? The 7th was detachment, it was you throwing away everything that you don't really need, you free yourselves from things that no longer have meaning. So let's go to the 8th procedure. I told you I would make you move. Yes, and a lot of people moved with this. This will be the same thing, because now I don't know how you are going to organize yourself. How are you going to do it? I'm not worried about that. The procedure is as follows. Do you know exactly where you live? Do you have any idea of the city you live in? What's interesting about her? What's important about her? So this is your homework for the 8th procedure. I want you to, no, it's not going to the internet and listing everything you have, that's not it. If it were like that it wouldn't be a movement procedure, would be a research procedure. So what do I want you to do? For example, many of you are already in the habit of going to the gym to get some movement. It doesn't matter what they do. They take care of their health. Excellent. And there are those who are completely sedentary and don't like going to the gym, they don't like doing anything, they like sitting all day. So what will be the procedure? It will be for you to know your surroundings, what you have around you. Today is the first day of this month. You will have the entire month of October to carry out this procedure. So what do I want? You go every day, walk, just walk around the block. Each day walk in a different direction, take the bus, walk a little further. I don't want to know how you're going to do it, I want you to know where you live, because many of you live and don't even know what's 100 meters away. No, I'm not asking anyone to go out with a notebook, paper, pencil, anything like that, nor go with devices in hand to take photos. I'm not saying that. I want you to walk. It's movement. So I want you guys walking. Ah, my Archangel, but I can't take it. We will see about that later. I want you to walk, but it's not walking looking at your feet, it's walking looking at your surroundings, observing what's around you. I'm sure you will discover wonders around you. You have a month to walk. Yes, and you can, for example, take a vehicle, go to a certain point and walk somewhere else, but it's not like riding a bus or car back and forth to a certain point. You can go there, and walk a little from there, get to know another piece. For some who live in small towns, it will be very easy to get to know the whole city, because they are small towns. For those who live in big cities, of course it will be much more difficult, so at least go through your neighborhood. Change your route from time to time, observe the commerce, the houses, the problems that your neighborhood has. What's the point of all this? First, make you move around, because you are standing still too much. Some already do physical exercise, but others don't. I want to show you that you have to leave your world a little, discover other worlds. Please, I'm not saying here that you are going to enter dangerous places, I'm not saying that. What I want you to do is a report, a short report, my walk around my neighborhood, my walk around my city, and every day, you guys are going to put this somewhere. Whoever has, what do you call it, social networks, put them there. Then they'll say, you're crazy walking around to see the neighborhood. Yes, yes, I want to know where I live, what is around me, what I have around me. I have poverty, I have wealth, I have a place that has nothing, what I have. And you will write a small report. No, I don't want anyone to walk around all day. Please, I know you have things to do, but let's say this, the ideal is at least half an hour's walk. So you walk wherever you want. Oh, does it have to be every day? No, it could be a few times a week. Ideally, it would be every day, so that you enjoy walking, for this exercise free from anything. I don't want anyone carrying devices with them. It's free. Just to observe, and then you will get home and report on the day. Today I didn't see anything good, the place I live is horrible, oh, no, wow, I found a beautiful place, a wonderful store, that I didn't even know was here. Excellent. Right. Publish it like this. Pass it on. I want movement, and this is a nice way for you to move. Ah, my Archangel, but I can't walk very far. Walk as much as you can. And I'll tell you, you can't walk much because you don't walk at all. If you, every day, walk a little and set your goal. Today I will take 100 steps, there tomorrow, today I'm going to give 110, the next day 120, soon, you'll be walking around the entire block and you won't even notice it, because you'll say, I can't walk. Ready? You can't walk. You have already decreed total imprisonment at home, his muscles became weak. Of course, you have already decreed this. Now if you, every day, do a little more, you will see that little by little you will gain health and mobility. I want movement, and movement for the sake of movement is very dull. So you have an activity in parallel, which is observing your surroundings. Change places every day. Each day, establish a new place. Today I'm going to walk around here. Take a vehicle that goes to that point, and get off a little beforehand, and walk afterwards. Then many will say, ah, but I don't have the money to be taking the bus all the time, taking the car all the time. So do what you can. You will always find a point to cut you off. They will always find something that blocks what I am asking. Very good. It's up to each individual. If you can't afford anything, walk around. Every day, walk a new block, increase the number of blocks. Great, it won't hurt. I guarantee you that. It will only bring more health. Well, regarding the other procedures, they all continue exactly as they were. The glasses on top of the notebook, and the wish list. People. It's not for drinking the water. The water is supposed to stay on top, because it is absorbing energy, it's not for drinking. Every time you change the water, you have to redo the corresponding prayer. So I'm extending the deadline for the 7th procedure until the end of this month, along with the 8th. At the end of this month it's over, because then we're going to start another cycle, and everything will change. All these procedures will be ended and we will start new, completely new. Then that's it. The new procedure has passed. Many won't like it. They will say they won't do it. Perfect. Don't do it. Don't take care of your health. It is the right of each of you, it is everyone's right, but little by little, you will see how all of this has a foundation. I am Archangel Michael. I'm here, always, trying to improve each of you every day.